So last summer, all I used pretty much on my eyes, at least maybe 99% of the time, I used Urban Decay's Summer of Love palette and absolutely loved it. I did a review on it, I did a tutorial on it. So when the weather started getting warmer, I really wanted to look for a small palette similar to that I could have for spring. I'm not the type of person that cares so much about colors and seasons, because I look at it like fall and winter are depressing enough, let alone seeing a bunch of browns, blacks, just depressing colors to me. So I'll wear whatever, whenever. But I kind of like in the warmer months, certain companies will come out with really cute small palettes that you can carry around in your bag. So I was just looking for something like that, and Urban Decay hadn't come out with their Roller Girl palette yet, which I still don't even have, and it's September. So I'll probably end up getting that when I see it on sale, just because I know it will be soon. That's what happened with the Summer of Love. So I looked around. I always look at reviews, written reviews, videos, everything. I found Too Faced Romantic Eye Palette, which this is the box, and then this is the palette. I thought it looked so pretty. I'm not one for really pretty things. Like, I don't really care if I like the colors, I like it, whether it looks real pretty or it looks real ugly. So, but this was like a plus. It was a plus that this was such pretty packaging, and it definitely is eye-catching, and it has a spring feel to it, or I think it does. And I needed something to kind of get me out of the fall and winter funk and into a more spring and summer feel, and I thought that this would do it. I went to Sephora's website and I started looking at different palettes since I knew Urban Decay wasn't going to come out with their summer palette just yet. Stumbled upon this. I looked at the reviews, I read them. I actually checked the reviews again, and it still has 4.5 stars. It has almost 5 stars. There was one negative review. Usually I read the negative reviews, not so much because I want it to be a bad product, but because I feel like if it's something somebody else went through that I don't think I'm going to go through, that's one thing for a negative review. But if it's a problem I feel like I might have, or that I definitely don't want to have, then I might skip the product, especially if there's lots of negative reviews. But there was one negative review I saw where the reviewer said that the colors were so sheer it didn't show up on them at all. But that was the only negative review I could find. I read the positive reviews, everybody loved it, but that one review where the reviewer said that, and the reviewer even said that they didn't understand how it got so many positive reviews just because they couldn't get it to work on them. The colors didn't show up at all. So I went to Sephora because of all the positive reviews. I saw the palette, and usually when I swatch it in the store, see, you can see that I've used it because you can see all the little dusts that's kind of gone from here to there and whatnot. What I usually do is I'll go into their tester and I kind of rub my finger on it so you can see, or at least I hope you can, I hope it's focusing, you can see that that actually looks pretty pigmented. So I didn't think anything of it. I still had the reviewers, review in my head, just because you never know once it's on you. I was so excited when I got this. I could not wait to use it. I got it that night. I tried it, and I was hoping that it was just that one look. I was hoping it was going to be just that one look that maybe was bad, but it isn't. They all came out so sheer on me. Aside from a couple of the darker colors, showed up a little more. But these other ones came up so sheer. And I've seen people do this with some of the Too Faced palettes. I've seen them have to really make it work for them. And when I checked the reviews today before doing this video, just to see if it was still at 4.5 stars, when I checked those, there were people saying that they had to get it to work for them, but they were still giving it a lot of stars, saying how great it was and the colors were so pretty. And the way I look at it is, an eyeshadow you should not have to work at. You should be able to throw it on and run out of your house if you're in a rush. You shouldn't have to say, well, I need an extra 10 minutes just to get my shadows to work for me. And that's one of the things I don't like about this. A couple of the colors, the darker ones, like I said, some of the darker ones come up, but without the lighter ones come up, it doesn't really give a good look, because if you have, you know, there's little cards up here on the sides. Most of their palettes had a little drawer down here, and this one didn't come with one. But there's little cards. They're kind of hard for me to pull out, but they're on the sides right here. And you can pull those out, and they give you the looks. And basically it's day, classic, and fashion. And these are just your looks right here going across. And it's pretty easy. I mean, it kind of gives you almost like a grid. And you would use the lighter color for an all over. Then this would be more like your center color. And these colors here would be the outer corner colors, giving that shadowing effect. So I'm going to swatch these just so you can get an idea of how they look. I'm going to try to make it so, yeah, see? It comes up so sheer. I don't even know if that's showing up in the video right there. Can you see that? Like, that just looks so sheer to me. Let's see, the second color in. That color is called Soulmates. The next color is called I Do. I'm trying to get it on, but they're just not showing up. See, right there. That color right there is supposed to be right there, that my finger's right over, is supposed to be I Do. You can't see it at all. Sorry about my nails. The next color is Unveil. Now, like I said, the darker colors do show up a little more, which you can probably use the darker colors for anything. You know, if you want to keep the palette or you really like these colors. That's Unveil right there. The next color is a light color. It's called Kiss the Bride. It's a pink. This is in the classic look. Not showing up at all. They're starting to get it to show up a little more. But like I said, you have to work at it, work your brush in it. There's all this shadow dust coming off. What is it again? Kiss the Bride. I don't even know if you can see that. See if I can get some more on there. I don't know. That's Kiss the Bride right there. Right there's Kiss the Bride. I can't even see it. Cut the Cake is the next color. It's supposed to be like a silvery color. You can see all of the shadow dust coming off. It's like a purpley, silvery color right there. My finger's over that color. That's Cut the Cake. Then there's First Dance, which is a very dark color. I'm going to put that right next to it. Now this one shows up really well, really nicely, and I wish they all showed up like this. This is a really pretty color too. I like this color a lot. It looks like a, right there. It's First Dance. It looks like a purpley, a very dark purpley, not so much black. I want to say kind of when you bruise, if you have a really bad bruise, that's how it would look. But if you put it on your eye, I don't think it's going to look like you have a bruise. Then the other one is Bouquet Toss. So these all have, if you can see how much I'm having to pull up. I don't know if you can see. Hopefully it shows. If you can see all those little shadow dusts in there, because I'm having to really just pull it up. These obviously have names that have been inspired by weddings. I'm trying to get as much on as possible so it will show up. Again, that's Bouquet Toss. So that's right here. Right that my finger's on top of. I'm moving and bring down here. I'm not rubbing it off, I'm just moving my finger down. This is called Honeymoon. Am I going to show you this one? I'm going to put that one right here. This one's called Honeymoon. This one shows up a little bit more. It has some shimmer It's sort of a honey color, but it's really like a light gold. I just went across there. That's Honeymoon, and the last color is Ever After. Again, I'm having to really pull it up just to get some color. I'm going to put this, either this one comes up, Ever After. That's Ever After right here. Honeymoon is right there. Not sure how well you can see those. I wish I had something. Wait a minute, I do. Just wipe it off so it doesn't get on my shirt. So I don't know how well you could see some of them, how they would show up on the camera, but honestly, it's that they just don't show up very well aside from the darker colors. I thought the lighter colors actually, see, now I'm going to move it and all the shadow dust is going to go everywhere because I've needed to really pick it up. It is $36 and I should have taken it back. I'm not one for taking back makeup. I've never really had to do that. I do like some, I love all of the colors in the palette. On me, I've tried all 3 looks. They all come out too light for my liking. I do like the darker colors, so I am going to get some use out of this palette using those darker colors, but there's all this lighter color that should have been just so much nicer without having to really work it. I tried to see if I could get them to work for me, and I just couldn't. I'm realizing, you know, why everybody said they have to get it to work for them, but they all still love it. I don't know if they're loving those lighter colors or not, since I didn't talk to anybody who has it. I don't recommend this. It's just not worth it, even for the darker colors. I have another review coming up on, it's this. It's I Love Too Faced eyeshadows, and it comes with a primer. It's something I got with my 500 Beauty Insider points from Sephora, and it actually has 2 colors from each of their collections that are like this. They're popular collections. I forget what colors. I'm pretty sure Honeymoon is in this one, and I think Ever After might be. Either way, I'm going to do a review on this one, and they definitely chose some of the better colors. Right now, I have 2 colors on that probably, they probably don't really go too well with my outfit, but I wanted to show you that it's not the company itself. Like I said, the darker colors are nice. I'm loving this. I'll do a review on that. I wouldn't get this. If you take it to the store, like I showed you, all of these colors, all of these lighter colors on your fingers come off really nice and pigmented. They looked great. That's why I got it. Brought it home and just was not happy with it. If I gave it a star, maybe I would give it 1 or 2 stars just because the dark colors are really nice. But as a palette itself, you really can't achieve those looks. When you look up here, there's a very pretty pink over her eye, and that's just not how that comes out, at least not on my skin tone. So I'm really sad to give it a bad review. It is really beautiful packaging. It makes you feel happy and spring-like. The colors do, even opening it. I'm sorry, but this just did not work for me. I don't recommend it. If you have it and you love it, that's awesome. I'm happy for you. I wish I could say the same thing. Maybe you can take a brush with you to a Sephora and dip around in the tester and see how it looks on your skin tone. Maybe it just depends on your skin tone. So I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you soon. Bye.